Good evening, Mitzi and Foy. Just wanted to do a quick walkthrough of your cabinet designs here. Okay, in the kitchen here, starting out here, we've got our trash pullouts in the ends of each island. I did want to double check whether or not we wanted a single bin in each or a double. There's enough room for a double trash can. Of course, these will come out this direction on both sides. Inside here, you will have just one adjustable shelf inside there. Right now I've got the vent hood designed with the same hood that we did in the Potter Bacon house for you. This cabinet, so there's a slight deviation from your original drawings here. Let's see. Okay, so what I did is I just added another row. The height of those doors, I think it was, let's see here. I mean, it's almost 60 inches. It's pretty tall for a single door. Theoretically, I could do single door. It would just have to have at least a horizontal split. Uh, but I mean, I kind of think maybe it might look better to have the extra row going at the top. We could, I suppose we could make it a little bit smaller, but I just kind of went with a good number, 20 inches. If we wanted to, I guess we could try to line these up some, but then that would make these even smaller. I guess just let me know what you think on that. Over here, oh, I need to add my, let's see, this is cookie sheet dividers. Let's add my dividers here. That's divided into 5. I'll probably divide this into 6 actually. Yep. Okay, there we go. Now you've got the dividers here, shelf here, drawers. This drawer here under your cooktop is functional. I'll just need to double check my specifications for our cooktop, but I'm pretty sure that it comes down, oh, like pretty close to the top of that drawer right there. I may have to adjust the top of the drawer slightly, depending on if there's, I can't remember if it's a gas line or electrical. There may be something else that I may have to trim the top edge of the drawer down, but I should be able to do a drawer just fine right there. Let's see. So you got your oven, you got your fridge here. Okay, this wall here, I did have another issue. You had drawn, you had drawn two big doors here. Those would be huge doors. They were a little too wide this direction to be a single, so I made it double. And then because of the height, I also did that same horizontal split, and I set those at 20 inches. Let me know if you like this look or what you're thinking here. Same thing here. You had drawn a single door. It was too wide for a single, so I made it a double. I am concerned about this crown, so I will need to adjust the width of this stile here because of this crown. You've got this 18-inch unit, and then I've got this at, I'm gonna make this unit. Okay, so I made it 15 inches. I've got this one at 18 inches. So for this to work, I'll need to make a wide stile here. That way the doors will clear. Only thing about doing that, which I don't know if it's gonna, I, I think it'll be unavoidable, but your edge of your doors no longer lines up with the edge of the drawers below it. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, so it's just enough for the door to open. Probably need to put a restrictor clip into each of these hinges. We have these restrictor clips that will allow it to stop at 90 degrees when it opens. That way it doesn't hit the edge here. Let's see what that did to our opening. Okay, so now it's a 27-inch wide face opening. That's the opening. This 27 inches is what it figures from the inside of that stile over to there. Of course, we got a 62 overall for the cabinet width. Okay, I think that's probably good in the kitchen. Let's move to the living room. I'm not sure how I feel about this just yet. I feel like there's something a little bit off. I had to do the same thing on this cabinet in order to clear the crown and have this open. I made this a wider stile here. And then to keep it symmetrical, I did the same thing over here. I'm not entirely feel like something could be adjusted a little different on it. It may just be something in the ratios of the widths. I can adjust the widths of each of these. Like I can adjust the width of this. Right now I've got one single horizontal split, and I'm actually imagining some glass shelves in there right now. It doesn't have to be glass shelves, but that's what I've drawn in here just for the look of it. But I've got one actual horizontal divider in this door. I had tried it with kind of more of a vertical divided light look, but it was just so narrow for each of these openings, especially once I realized that I was going to need to increase the width of the stiles here. Anyways, we've got all the white items paint grade, and then everything that's tan in the color, or taupe actually, is going to be white oak lumber. Right now I've got it drawn with a cove crown, kind of like we did on Potter Bacon. Everywhere else in the house I've got a traditional 80-12 4 1/4 crown. Fireplace here, obviously. Okay, let me move on here to the laundry. Oh, I noticed a issue on my color here. Fix my color of my crown. There we go. Okay. On this unit, of course, I did actual drawers here. Find your sheet here. Okay. So I've added my opening at the bottom. I've got a split right now, but I actually could erase this split if you wanted. If I did so, then it would kind of look like, let's see, look like that, I suppose. If I did one single going across, since it's 8 foot in length, you can get by with deleting that if you want it to just be one single opening. It should have enough support along this bottom rail, since it's a 2-inch bottom rail. It should have enough support. So let me know if you want to delete that there. Of course, you've got your washer and dryer. Can't remember which one's on which side. I've got a 12-inch opening here. On this, I've got, this is a 14 width opening, 26 1/4 in height. I think that should fit most of your tall laundry hampers, but you might double check those dimensions. I tried to see if there was any way to get any kind of symmetry going off of the center line of this, but there just really wasn't. It really was not possible. So I had to kind of ignore that and just I worked backwards from the width of this opening to determine what these would be. Okay, that's good, which is master bathroom. Of course, these are all white oak. Let me look at your drawing for this. Ah, here we go. Okay. So yeah, I've got 4 inches lower height on Mitzi's. I think the one thing to note is I've got my doors going all the way up here. Going across here. There's no false front, which is how I did on Potter Bacon. Eliminated the false front. I don't know if you, I kind of like the look personally, prefer the doors to go all the way up, but if you want me to go through and add back our false front, let me know if that's what you want to do. I've got your opening here. I did a 10-inch opening right here. This is 10. I do have this at 8 foot from the floor, 8 foot in height right here. So there is a 12-inch from the ceiling to the top of that unit. Let's go to bath 2. Okay. Same thing, 10-inch bottom opening. Of course, you know, all the inside of your openings will be all finished white oak everywhere that you see. Same thing here. I did no false front. Bath 3, mirror, bath 2. Hall cabinet. It is paint grade. The doors were tall. They're 55 inches plus our overlay. So, I mean, that's pretty tall, but I think it is reasonable to do these as single doors, as long as I have this right here, this horizontal split to kind of give some more stability to the door. Of course, these are some nice big drawers. They're gonna, you'll be able to really fit some comforters or all kinds of stuff in those. I have a big deep cabinet. I am having to build this in 2 separate sections in order to get it into its final resting place, get through doorways and whatnot. Let's go to Foy's office. Okay, let me compare with your drawing. Here we go. So you've got enough room for 3 shelves in here. I've got this set at 54 from the floor, which is my standard setting for the height of the uppers. I've got this at 30 inches right here to the top of this. Right now I've just got a shelf inside each of these. These are just normal drawers. None of these are file drawers. If you did want file drawers for any reason, let's see here. I could do a file drawer there, but then you would have either 2 drawers, or you could do like one file drawer and then split it and do a couple of skinny doors if you did want files. But right now it's not set up for files. The other thing that it didn't look like in your drawing you had anything at all right here kind of above the knee space, and right now I've got it drawn with a couple of lap drawers here. I think I've got it about 26 inches from the floor to the bottom of the lap drawer, which is what my desk is here at the office. It seems to work okay for me, but let me know. I can delete this and just do a style across if you want to just have the countertop across with nothing at all bothering your knee clearance. I've got a 36.5-inch width, 48 unit, 48. Of course, these are all white oak. I think that's about it. Gone through the whole house. I'll want to come by and do one more last check of all my dimensions. I'll want to compare my appliance specifications one more time. I duplicated the appliance specifications from the previous house, but I just want to do one more last check of that. Let me know if you have anything else you want to change or you see anything. Thank you guys, and we'll be in touch.